I don't tell. There we go.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
Now, for whatever reason, we've had a few technical difficulties here this afternoon.
Shout out to my wife. Thank you, honey.
Yeah, no, this is popped up and playable. That is played and catch made by the catcher, Carson Pruitt, for out number 1.
Now batting shortstop, number 5, Jadian Rodriguez.
We want to welcome everybody to the broadcast. I apologize if y'all have not been able to hear any sound.
It's been some stellar conversation, unfortunately.
Yeah, we've had some good conversations. I'm not sure how much got missed. And maybe, everything? Okay, well, I do apologize for that. I'm not sure exactly why that was happening. 1-0 the count to Xavier Rodriguez. That pitch is fouled back for strike 1. The count will go 1-1. So I guess, Tim, we'll kind of have to rehash some of the things that we talked about.
Yeah.
And the 1-1 pitch, that's outside. And did he call that a strike? Die comes set. Breaking ball, this is cut on. This is played by Spates. He'll throw to second for the force to first. Not in time as Rodriguez hits into the fielder's choice. And they get the lead runner. That will go 5-4. 2 away for Cooper Mees as he comes up to the plate, batting from the left side. That pitch misses outside for ball 1. And we'll go back over the Raider defense here in a moment if we get the opportunity. If not, we'll get it the next inning. The 1-0, that is cut on and hit foul, and that will go out of play. That pitch misses inside for ball 2. 2-1. This is played by Gonzalez. What a great play. He has a line shot down the first baseline. That'll go 3U unassisted to end the Bronco first. They get no runs on one hit. They leave one. After 1/2, we're scoreless here in Leander. Due up for the Raiders in their half of the first, Joe Burry, Christian Caro, and Jacob Solis. Defensively for the Broncos, on the mound, number 18, Landon Willie. Behind the plate, number 10, Braxton Cope. At first base, number 6, Cooper Mays. At second base, number 9, Bryce Davis. At third base, number 7, R.J. Hunt. At short, number 5, Xavier Rodriguez. In left, number 23, Rhodey Smith. In center, number 8, Cameron Bartz. And in right field, number 4, Cole Mikolas. So what we had mentioned previously, and obviously through the technical difficulties we had, we were discussing Fine District play, and we do have a play-in game to determine the number 2 seed in Division 1 out of District 25 5A, as Hayes dropped one last night to Lehman, and Glenn swept Leander, forcing them to have a play-in game today to determine who that number 2 seed will be out of District 25 5A. Out of Division II in 25-5A, Liberty Hill with the number 1 seed, and followed by Cedar Park in the number 2 seed as well. Due up for the Raiders, number 14, Joe Burry, number 12, Christian Caro, and number 7, Jacob Solis. The Rouse Raiders, no stranger to play-ins, as spoke with Tim earlier, as they played in a play-in game back in 2013, the first play-in game that Rouse had ever played into the postseason. And so, Tim, if you want to elaborate on how that was played and which teams faced each other to determine that number 4 seed.
Well, I believe it was 3 teams: Rouse, Cedar Park, Marble Falls, Vandergrift. Coin flip deal, which seemed unfair at the time because Marble Falls only had to play the winner.
Right, yeah.
That's just how it shook out. And it would be Vandergrift. At the time, main rival. Felt great.
Yeah.
But did lose to Marble Falls to not make it in.
That pitch down and away for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Joe Burry. Christian Caro on deck. So, and out of 26-5A, they still have some things up in the air as they have not determined the number 1 and number 2 seed for each division. Most likely, Rouse will face Smithson Valley, as they should be the number 2 seed out of Division 1, and New Braunfels the number 1 seed out of Division 1, with Bernie Champion being the number 1 seed in Division 2, followed by Piper. That pitch in for a strike, and that will even the count at 2-2. Willie also pitching from the stretch. The 2-2. A check swing, he lays off for ball 3, and that will take the count full. Cope appealed down to first base, and I don't guess the umpire really.
I don't think he even got remotely close.
The payoff pitch. This is hit out to left. This could possibly drop in, but Rhodey Smith will come in on it and make the catch as he gets to it in time. We're out number 1.
Now a second baseman.
1 away for Christian Caro. Lake Belton in their gray pinstripes or their gray pinstripe unis with red pinstripes and red lettering and numbering. That pitch down the middle for a strike. Jacob Solis on deck. Good crowd here, so apologize for the senior activities where obviously we didn't have any sound, as well as I know parents were expecting to be able to hear that. That pitch misses for ball 1, and we are extremely apologetic for that. That was cut on and fouled back for strike 2. 1-2 the count. That's when we had set up the broadcast. Everything was working fine, but we have had a couple of glitches. One with one camera and another one with the screen freezing up in the system. And obviously a microphone issue. That hit foul down the right field side. The count will remain 1-2. This game will have no bearing on the playoffs. This is just a non-district contest today. One, two, the count. 1 out with nobody on for Christian Caro. Willie comes set. The 1-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 2.
It's a good spot to miss.
Yeah. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 away for
Now batting
Jacob Solis.
Higgins.
Yeah, Jonathan had all this all kind of.
There you go.
Raiders looking for their first hit of the afternoon. That pitch down and away for ball 1. Highlight of the week for Jacob Solis was a 3-run shot to left in Lockhart. A nice little Jimmy Jack off the scoreboard.
Oh. Had a little sound to it.
Pitch outside.
This pitcher loves to
He loves to paint the
he
corners.
loves to paint the corners. I haven't seen too much off speed so far.
2-0. This is hit foul and out of play now on the left side. That'll take the count to 2-1. Mason Gonzalez on deck. 2-1. That gets the top outside corner for strike 2. And that will even the count at 2. That's high and inside for ball 3, and that will work the count full. Second full count that Willie has had this inning. The payoff pitch. This is cut on and hit out to center. Bartz comes in on it. He makes the catch, and that will do it for the Raider first. They go in order, and after 1, we're scoreless. On to the second we go. Due up for the Broncos in the second. Winkler, Cope, and Smith. Defensively for your Raiders on the mound, number 15, Cooper Dye. Behind the plate, number 21, Carson Pruitt. At first base, number 9, Mason Gonzalez. At second, number 12, Christian Caro. At third, number 16, Jake Spates. At short, number 7, Jacob Solis. In left, number 14, Joe Burry. In center, number 6, Connor Thompson. And in right, number 5, Noah Stover. So Noah Stover in for where normally it would be Adolfo Urives, and Joe Burry in left, where normally you would see Adrian Graves playing out there. And Jake Spates at third, where it would normally be Scott Knight. We do have some activity going in the Raider bullpen. It looks like Adrian Graves may be getting loose in the bullpen.
Well, outside news for you. Gunnar Helm was drafted by the Tennessee Titans.
Well, congratulations, Gunnar Helm from the Texas Longhorns. Logan Winkler makes his way to the plate. He will take for a ball. Winkler, the designated hitter, he's hitting for Landon Willie, the pitcher. The 1-0, that's outside for ball 2. That is cut on and hit toward third. Spates has it. Throw to first in time. 5-3 on the put out of Winkler. For out number 1. That'll bring up the catcher, number 10, Braxton Cove. So Tim gives us a perspective from the pitcher's eye, as he was a 3-year varsity starter as a lefty. This is crushed to left.
Foul.
And that just goes foul. Had that been fair, that would have been out of here. So that was probably hit 340.
Ball is visible, buried in the dirt right now.
Actually, I can see it. It's up on the hill.
That's what I'm saying. Visible.
Yeah, it is visible.
Lodged in there. He took that
That is
step out and turned on the ball.
a long strike one. That pitch will get the outside corner, and Braxton Coates quickly in an 0-2 hole. Michael the Bruce, go Raiders, go Mason, Mr. Nona here. Glad to have y'all with us. This is through the gap into right field. As Cope
Down batting left field, number 23.
will get a base hit.
That was a great at bat, honestly.
Yeah, it really was.
To go.
Okay, so we
to
have
go off on it after pulling hard.
let's see, Cope is the catcher, so
Courtesy runner. We have a courtesy runner.
and it is number 23. And wait a minute. No, that's 13. Samuel Matus, courtesy running for the catcher. And we'll bring up number 23, Rhodey Smith. Throw over to first. That's high. It will not be in time as he dives back in safely. Cole Mikolas on deck. This is hit high and way out of play. That one would not have gone out of the park had it been hit fair.
Wind's definitely pushing that way to left field too.
It is. It's
Not to-
blowing from right.
Not to say that one hit was needed any assistance, but
No, it didn't need any
But-
assistance. The 0-1, this is popped up and fouled back out of play for strike two. You can toggle between camera views if you want. They know they're at bat. Since there's nobody on at second. The 0-2, that's low for ball one. You might want to give the batter view.
so I'm saying I don't think the camera 3 is just out of range.
Die comes set. Throw over to first. Not in time as he gets back in safely. That pitch misses for ball two, and that will even it up at 2. Definitely want to thank Tim for taking his Saturday off to be here with us today. This is crushed out to center field. And Connor Thompson, what a great over-the-back catch. As that was hit deep to left center.
And a great read by him. That first step back,
Now batting right fielder, number 4.
having to immediately turn, recognize that ball's going far. But lucky him, saved a big extra base hit and potential run right there.
Trying to remember who was the center fielder back when you were playing. Louis.
What's
Louis' last name?
Louis Benia or Logan Kinder.
Yeah, Louis Benia. That's the one I think of. He's the one that did the cell phone commercial, right?
He did do a T-Mobile commercial. Point
Fastball down the middle.
and shoot.
Point and shoot. Cole Mikolas at the plate. He takes for a strike. 1 on with 2 outs here in the top of the second. We're scoreless. There's an off-speed pitch for you.
That was
That
great.
was great. As Mikolas was way out ahead of that one. This is cut on. Oh, it's a comebacker to dying off his glove, and That's
unfortunate.
unfortunate. Will be an
Unfortunate.
error, an E1.
Now batting third baseman, number 7, R.J. Hunt.
And that'll put runners at first and second.
But he's still well within control. It's nothing to truly hang your hat on. Ball came back choppy. You got him to ground out.
Yeah, it just
Technically-
happens.
Technically, a
happens.
ground out would have been one, but
An easy one.
yeah, nothing to hang your hat on as a pitcher. You still have a force at almost every base.
Well, you have force at every base except the plate. just funny with Tim.
Yeah.
I'm picking at him because one of the last broadcasts we had. Man, another line shot.
What a great play by the
Great
short
play by Solis. The fielded step on the bag to get the force, and that will do it as R.J. Hunt hits into the fielder's choice. And I will go 6U unassisted on the put out of Mikolas to end the Broncos second. They get no runs on one hit. They leave one. After 1.5, we're scoreless. But anyway, going back to the story was that Tim called a pinch runner that came in to run for the catcher, and I corrected him.
Unbeknownst to me that it was the catcher.
It was courtesy runner.
It was my first time. And he was like, you need to talk more, communicate, jump in, and then I get corrected on the first one.
It's like, oh, you know what? I'm shutting up. I ain't saying another word.
Well, I'm going to work the scoreboard and nod my head.
Yep. Landon Willie makes his way back out to the mound to pitch the Raiders second. Due up for the Raiders in the second. Mason Gonzalez, Connor Thompson, and Andrew Sanchez.
More side news. Barron Sorrell got taken
Awesome.
by the Green Bay Packers.
They've taken 2 Texas Longhorns, haven't they?
They did. They took Matthew Golden in their first round pick.
You know, I saw his picture yesterday of him in his suit.
Uh-huh.
He's got it opened up right.
Uh-huh.
He looks like he's wearing a pair of drapes he ripped off somebody's curtain rod.
It's always
It's like that.
clothing choice is very obviously unique. Some guys are very reserved and wear something classy. Not to say that what he wasn't wearing what he was wearing wasn't classy.
Oh,
but,
I'm sure it was, but it did look like a set of
Look,
drapes. It was a
say-
black suit with gold.
yeah. But you only get to get drafted once. So,
All right.
Might as well go big.
Mason Gonzalez makes his way to the plate, batting from the left side. He'll check his swing and hold off for ball 1.
2 lefties within the top 4 batting order. That's quite nice.
That pitch gets, wow.
Ooh, I
I'm
thought
not
that
sure
was
where that
good.
would
That
miss.
was
I
off the
thought that was a
low-painted
good
corner.
pitch. Yeah, it really was. Did not get the call. Connor Thompson on deck. The 2-0 pitch. That gets the top corner for strike 1. Pitch low for ball 3, and Gonzalez in a 3-1 count. Unfortunately, Jonathan couldn't be here with us today. He had a schedule conflict that he'd already committed to prior to the baseball season. That pitch gets the inside corner for strike 2, and that will work to a full count.
I won't hold it against him.
Well, now it gives me the opportunity to broadcast with my son. That's awesome. Payoff pitch coming up. That is cut on and hit over to second. That's played by Davis. A throw to first in time, and that will retire Gonzalez for out number 1. 4-3 on the putout.
Now batting center fielder, number 6, Hunter Thompson.
So I told Tim before the game, I said I might have to kind of work you out of your shell a little bit and take a bathroom break during the broadcast so you could do play-by-play.
I don't know. It's gonna be the quietest broadcast.
That first pitch to Thompson in for a strike.
He said second time, you're just gonna do it all. Here you go.
The 0-1, that pitch in the turf and squibs away from Cope for ball one. Andrew Sanchez on deck. This is hit out to center. Bartz tracks it, and he'll make the catch, and that will retire Thompson for out number 2.
I think they're swinging well. It's just the pokes are going right to your defensive player. I think the Raiders are having a hard time making contact. That's for sure.
Well, Willie has been perfect so far. He's 5 up, 5 down as Andrew Sanchez comes to the plate. Noah Stover on deck. Foul tip into the glove for strike 1. So, yeah, that would be interesting. Tim would have to keep the book. He would have to engineer the broadcast and do the play-by-play.
I'm sure somebody on watching the videos
swing and a miss for strike 2.
Wondering what's going on here with the board. Messing up a little bit.
Hmm. Oh, yeah, we can have him announced. Swing and a miss for strike 3 as he retires the side in order as the Raiders go 3 up, 3 down in consecutive innings. Landon Willie, perfect through 2.
All right.
On to the third we go. Adrian Graves makes his way to the mound in relief of Cooper Dye, who goes 2 innings. Graves, one of the seniors, announced in the pregame festivities.
One thing I've noticed, we don't do music here anymore.
We do, but it has a Bluetooth connection, and unfortunately, we don't connect to it. Kathleen Forsell usually does the music for us.
Even like walk-up songs?
No, we don't do walk-up songs anymore.
What? When did that change?
When the Raiders lost in the playoffs in the first round, coach put a stop to it.
Really?
Yep. He's like, you got to earn that right. Y'all haven't earned it.
Okay. Shout out to coach. So keep him honest.
To be honest, I like it.
I don't know. I feel like a batter. Nothing cooler than coming up to a song you can bang your head to.
Oh, that's true. You had yours.
I did like mine.
See what? You had several of them. You had Trippy.
I had a Soundgarden song.
Right.
I had a Childish Gambino song for the final one.
Started the top of the third inning.
And then your first one was Toby Mac.
Bryce Davis.
I thought it was Trippy. I thought you had it right.
No, it was
Toby Mac song?
Yeah, it was Toby Mac. Gosh, I'm trying to remember what the name of the song was.
One of them. Mom would know.
Yeah, Mom would know. That first pitch to Bryce Davis gets the outside corner for strike 1, a breaking ball. Another breaking ball in for strike 2.
I think his arm slot is kind of deceiving for the batter because it's balls sweeping across the plate when it's coming over.
The 0-2, that's down and away and goes to the backstop for ball 1. Davis 0 for 1. He grounded to third his first time up. That's hit foul. Oh, we do have a defensive change. Kobe Driscoll in at catcher. Do we have any other defensive changes? That goes foul. Let's see. Burry's still out in left. Thompson's still out in center. And it's Jake Spates. And Noah Stover is still out in right. Caro at second. Solis at short. And Gonzalez at first. So that's the only two changes, pitcher catcher. One and two the count to Davis. A breaking ball catches him looking for strike three, and Driscoll sells it into left field, and then looks at his hand. And he's like, "Gosh, am I sweating?"
Shouldn't eat that popcorn.
Now batting center fielder, number 8, Cameron Bartz.
That'll bring up Cameron Bartz. Bartz 0 for 1. He popped up to the catcher his first time up. Breaking ball. This is cut on and hit to short. Solis has it. Throw to first.
Oh, he tagged him, though. Thought he tagged him.
Well, they didn't appeal to the home plate umpire who was watching from behind. That would be the one to ask.
Now batting shortstop, number 5.
That will be an E6 as the throw pulled Gonzalez off the bag. That'll bring up Xavier Rodriguez, the shortstop. He hit into a fielder's choice back into first. That is hit foul and out of play for strike one.
He's doing a really good job of attacking the strike zone.
Throw over to first, not in time, as Bartz gets back in safely. Another breaking ball.
He is doing a good
painting
job.
that inside corner for strike two.
He's doing a good job of that.
The 0-2 pitch.
Good miss outside.
That was a good miss outside.
Yeah,
that was a good pitch.
Blown away. Almost got him chasing.
Rodriguez almost pulled the trigger on that.
Yeah, he did.
That'll go 1 and 2, the count. 1 on with 1 out here in the top of the third. Another slider in for ball 2. This is cut on and hit into left. That'll be a base hit for Rodriguez.
Now batting first baseman, number 6, Cooper Meese.
Number 6, Cooper Meese makes his way to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to first. And that line drive.
It's a prime opportunity to roll a double play.
That pitch gets the inside corner for strike 1.
He is loving that. He's not afraid to paint that inside corner.
Pitch just misses outside for ball 1.
Right here, I'm trying to get anything on the ground.
Pitch low for ball 2. 2 and 1. So what pitch are you looking for?
Something that has a lot of spin that, I can get to him to roll over on. Curve was more my thing, but now through all the
Wow, man, he paints that inside corner so well.
extra coaching and lessons and stuff, and kids going sweepers, really good sliders, stuff like that. Honestly, really wasn't like a huge portion of when we played. So
that is fouled off.
So right there, he's getting him to roll over and just foul. Or you can go for glory and strike a man.
Yeah, there you go. He's almost stepping out of the back of the box. Two-two. This is hit to right. And what a great catch made by Noah Stover. Great catch.
Now batting designated hitter number 27, Logan.
As he makes that catch off his shoestrings.
He did. A little worried. A little worried for a second.
That'll bring up Logan Winkler, a designated hitter. He grounded out the third to lead off the second. He's 0 for 1. Graves from the stretch. First pitch, a breaking ball.
Yeah.
He paints that inside corner so well. It doesn't matter whether it's right or left.
He will go coast to coast.
He is on. The 0-1. That's down and away for a ball one.
Now batting number 7, Laney with the play.
1-1 the count. And the pitch. That gets the outside corner.
Man.
For strike 2. And Graves is just pitching lights out. 1-2. That's outside. For ball 2, that will even things up. I know he's in his 5th batter of the inning. But, his pitching is very well. Deuce is wild.
I mean,
And
even
it's
like
bounced
his
back.
balls are just more like strategic misses, to get in chasing. It's not so much more in the sense of completely missing. He's got great control right now. Great control.
Uh-oh, the umpire robs Braxton Cope of an on-deck fielding opportunity.
But that raises his own percentage, though. He's
Yeah,
competing
he
out
comes
there.
out of the umpire's box.
Mhm.
The 2-2. This is cut on and line to third. Spates with a great catch.
Great catch.
L5. On that out. And after 2.5, we're still scoreless. They get no runs on one hit. They strand 2. On to the bottom we go. We're still scoreless here at Raider Field. Bi-district playoff game going on next door as the Lady Raiders are hosting the Lady Antlers in game 2 of a best of 3. Raiders crushing the Antlers last night, 13-0.
Man.
Or 13-1, something like that, I was told. Matty George leads the nation in home runs. Or not lead the nation, but leads 5A in home runs in the state.
I did hear. That's awesome. Isn't she? Where is she? She's going somewhere.
I don't know. Yesterday was signing day for Rouse.
That
Ole Miss?
No, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. Ole Miss. That's super cool.
Landon Willie back out to pitch the third. Due up for the Raiders. Stover, Spates, and Pruitt, as Willie has been perfect so far. Yeah, it does look that way.
Third game, right fielder number 5, Noah Stover.
That pitch in for a strike. The 0-1. That's low for ball one, and now we're leaving it up.
Some action going on in their bullpen.
A lefty get this. It's like number 3. Don's got the roster, so, or the lineup. We've got number 3. Yep. Number 3, Eli Vaughn getting loose in the Bronco bullpen, and sure, well, the other guy doesn't have a glove on, and he's taking a seat on the ground. So, little sport. Vaughn getting loose. 1-2 the count to Stover. Colby Driscoll on deck. That pitch down and away for ball 2. Raiders looking for their first base hit of the afternoon. Actually looking for their first base runner as well. Whether it's an error, a hit by pitch, or a virtue of a hit. This is hit to left center. Rhodey Smith in on it. He'll make the catch, and that will retire Stover for out number 1. So it should be Spates and then Driscoll.
Right.
But Driscoll was in the on-deck circle.
They almost goofed up.
Almost. That would be an out. Spates getting his first opportunity of the afternoon as he will take inside for ball 1. One 0 delivery. I guess the outside corner for a strike. And then that will even it up. Now Colby Driscoll's on deck. Ooh, wow.
Almost got him to chase. Thought it was good. I think it dropped off at the end.
It did drop off, but it looked good.
It did.
If I was a batter, I would have swung at
I
that.
probably would have too.
The 2-1, that's just a bit outside. Let me pull a Bob Euchre. Just a bit outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. That is cut on and hit the third. That's played by Hunt. Throw to first in time. As a kind of a slow roller hop down the third baseline.
No batting.
5-3.
Sure. So.
Colby Driscoll will make his way to the plate. Landon Willie, perfect so far. That pitch down the middle for a strike. The 0-1, that is fouled off.
He hit that on the very end of the bat.
Joe Burry on deck. The 0-2, down and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Colby Driscoll. Driscoll, the 9th batter in the order. The 1-2, that's high and inside for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch catches him looking, as that was right down the pipe. That was a no-doubter. And Landon Willie perfect through 3. That's his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. On to the 4th we go. We're still scoreless here at Raider Field. Due up for the Broncos as Adrian Graves makes his way back out. Braxton Cope, Brody Smith, and Cole Mikolas. Look to see if there's any other defensive changes. Sam, I might have to get you to get the binoculars so you can check the outfielders.
All right.
Batting 22. 5 score on recap.
Let's see who our center fielder is. Okay, do we still have number 5 in right? Yep. Okay, who's there in center?
The Broncos on.
Is that number 6?
Number 6 and
Number 14?
Number 14 and left.
All right, no defensive changes. As Cope comes to the plate, he'll take for ball 1.
And you can see some high definition to these things.
The 1-0. Breaking ball.
Is he picking his nose?
This is for ball 2. Yeah, it's a little too high def. We do have some activity going in the Raider bullpen. Pitch misses low for ball 3. Let's see, what is that?
Need the binoculars?
No, I can't do that. I don't need it. That pitch high as Graves will issue a 4-pitch walk. Let's say that is number 10. Who's number 10 on the Raiders, Don? Corbin Orlikowski. And we have another courtesy runner. That'll be, what was his name? Matus? The courtesy runner going in, number 13? No. The 13 is courtesy runner. Brent Thompson. Brent Thompson, courtesy running, as Smith will take for strike 1.
Pitch for the Broncos, left fielder number 23, Brody Smith.
One on with nobody out here in the top of the 4th. That
Really leaned into
hit
that.
him on his foot.
The foot or elbow?
It was his foot.
The foot?
Yep. Hit by pitch.
Did a great job of moving out of the
2 free passes
Right fielder.
to get the 4th inning started. That'll bring up Cole Mikolas.
on deck making the umpire work for today.
Yeah. Mikolas reached on an error back in the 2nd. Breaking ball just a bit outside.
Thought that was good.
I liked it.
I did too.
He's called that a strike
Uh-huh.
previously.
I'd say he's mainly been consistent so far. Not really bad. 1 or 2 here and there.
Graves toes in. Comes set, the 1-0. Mikolas offers a bunt. Will take for ball 2. He lays down a bunt. Throw to first. Will go down the left field line. That will be an E2 as a run will score.
Did 1 run or 2 runs score?
One
Just 1.
on the errant throw to first. So it'll be a fielder's choice. So what are they questioning?
He was coming into fair territory or something.
Okay. Yeah, so they would call that out, and then that runner would have to go back to third. Or go back to second, actually. Yep, they were really safe.
Now batting third baseman, number 7, RJ Hunt.
Runners at second and third. For RJ Hunt. He hit into a fielder's choice to end the inning. He'll swing and miss for strike 1. So the walk has come home. The hit by pitch is at third. Ooh, that pitch inside.
Almost added another one.
For ball 1. That'll go 1-1, the count. And then the error is at second. That pitch down and away for ball 2. Braves had such a stellar first inning that he came in, but he's struggled so far here in his second inning. Breaking ball just outside for ball 3. This is hit out to left. Joe Barry in on it. He makes the catch. The sacrifice will score a run. Sack fly to left for an RBI as Rhodey Smith will come home. Two runs have scored so far this inning. The walk and the hit batter. That'll bring up Bryce Davis. He is 0 for 2. Actually, he is 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out looking. That pitch out early. Pitch got to the plate, caught part of the plate for strike 1. Graves comes set. This is cut on. This is hit to the gap in right center. Connor Thompson has it. The throw home will be cut off, and Hunt will easily, Cole Mikolas will easily score from second base. An RBI single for Bryce Davis as the Broncos have jumped out to a 3-0 lead with 1 out. Actually, I don't have anybody out.
Yeah, I don't have. No, oh, they had the fly out, the sacrifice fly.
Oh, sack fly to 7. I didn't mark it down.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right. I just didn't click in the mark. I filled the box in correctly. That pitch cut on and hit foul for a strike. That is chopped on and hit down the third baseline. Spates has it. Go to first. Not in time as Bart legs that one out for an infield single.
Now batting shortstop, number 5, Xavier Rodriguez.
Yeah, typically third's your kind of hot corner, but it's been a slow chopper corner today.
Well, Spates doesn't quite have the arm that Scott Knight has on that corner. That pitch swung on and missed for strike one. Xavier Rodriguez at the plate. He has hit into a fielder's choice and singled. That pitch high and inside will back Rodriguez off for ball one. One and one the count to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez will call time. Slider gets the outside corner for strike two. 1-2. Runners at first and second with one out. Here in the top of the third, the Broncos have plated 3 runs and lead this contest 3-0. This is lined into right field, and that will load the bases. And Coach Crimpane has seen enough. He's coming. It's called time and coming in. Yeah, that's going to be it for Adrian Graves. He goes an inning and a third. This is Belton. Orlikowski getting his warm-ups in. Tall, lean right-hander for the Raiders. Due up for the Broncos, Cooper Mees and Logan Winkler. Mees represents the 8th batter in the inning with bases loaded. Orlikowski has a little different stance when he's on the mound. Watch when he toes in, Tim. So it looks like he pitches from the stretch as well. It almost looks like he's leaning back.
The late Belton pitcher also has kind of a. It does look like, I don't want to say bow-legged, not in a negative sense, but
No, I just watch how when he comes set. First pitch high for ball one to Cooper Mees. Mees is 0 for 2. He is grounded to first and flown out to right. The 1-0 from Orlikowski outside for ball two.
that's some movement.
2-0, that's inside and low for ball 3. Do have more activity going in the Raider bullpen. Looks like number 31 is getting loose. Abhishek Abatula. 3-0, that's outside for ball 4, and Mees will draw the walk and get an RBI as a run is walked in.
Now batting designated hitter number 27, Logan Winkler.
Base is loaded for Logan Winkler. Winkler is 0 for 2. He is grounded to third and lined to third. Orlikowski misses low for ball 1. Winkler, the 9th batter of the inning. And I see Jacob Signs getting loose right now. A 1-0, that's in for a strike. A little movement on that one. Braxton Cope on deck. Bases loaded with 1 out. Raiders need a double play right here. That pitch gets the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Winkler. This is
Oh my gosh.
a towering fly ball to center field. It's deep, and Connor Thompson makes the catch, but that will score a run and advance a runner on the sac fly to center. Runners on the corners for Braxton Cope.
Yes, Tim Braxton. Oh,
I have 5 runs scored. All right, so we got that right. I knew I'm like, okay, well, you make me question myself because I'm like, have I messed up in my book? Braxton Cope makes his way to the plate, and he will take for a strike. Orlikowski comes set. The 0-1. That is chopped on and hit back up the middle. This could be trouble. Throw to first.
I think you got him.
In time.
Let's go. Great play.
Jake Spates with the throw to first. That'll go 5-3 to end the Bronco inning. But they get 5 runs on 1, 2,
7 hits?
2 hits.
2 hits? Oh, 7 total. 7 total.
And they leave 2. On to the bottom we go. Raiders trailing 5-0 to the Lake Belton Broncos. Let's see if we have a pitching change.
Oh, we do. The lefty, number 3.
Number 3, Eli Vaughn. Eli Vaughn comes on in relief of Landon Willie, who was perfect through 3 innings. Vaughn, a lefty for the Broncos, due up for the Raiders. Back to the top of the order, Burry, Christian, Caro, and Jacob Solis. Joe Burry, Christian Caro, and Jacob Solis. That'll be your 1, 2, and 3.
He's got some good movement in his warm-up pitches.
See if we see any other defensive changes for the Broncos. 7 at third. It's like, I can't tell if that's a 10. It looks like a 10, so it looks like Cope back in at, yeah, that's a 0. 23 out in left, 8 in center, 4 in right.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't appear to be any defensive changes other than the pitcher for the Broncos. Jacob Signs getting loose in the bullpen for the Raiders.
Joe, hurry.
Joe Burry will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1 as the Raiders have gone down in order in every inning so far. He flew out to left to start things off. He will smoke this to third, and what a play.
Oh, my goodness.
By R.J. Hunt, who makes a throw from the ground in time, and Joe Burry is no slowpoke. What an outstanding play by R.J. Hunt.
How about his second baseman, number 12, Christian Carroll.
Wow. I thought, well, with Burry's speed, he's probably going to beat this out.
But I think he hit it so hard down the line.
Caro plays this one, hits back up the middle to second. In time is what a layout by Cooper Mees as he had caught the ball and fell forward, but his foot was on the bag when he caught the ball. And so when he landed, he showed the umpire he had it in his glove to get the out. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Yep. Number 26, Connor Williams.
Reminds me of me.
Who threw that to him?
The second baseman.
Second baseman, 4-3.
Yep.
4-3 on the put out of Caro.
Mr. Flo.
Rice Davis.
Connor Williams in the bat.
Connor Williams into bat for Jacob Solis. What do we got? Number 26. That pitch in for a ball. Williams, the first Raider batter to see more than one pitch. And this is cut on and hit over to short. Rodriguez has it. Throw to first in time, and the Raiders, wow, go in order again as that was 1, 2, 3, 4 pitches.
4 pitches?
4-pitch inning by Eli Vaughn.
That's all you got to do. Doesn't have to be spectacular.
You almost had the perfect inning right
You
there.
almost did.
With 3, if he had 3 outs on 3 pitches. So that would be the ultimate perfect inning.
Like Belton decided it was the
So far, Lake Belton is perfect through 4. 12 up, 12 down.
decided to make that last inning their ESPN highlight reel.
Corbin Orlikowski makes his way back out to the mound. Looks like we have another defensive change here. The catcher is is that 31? Oh, that's okay. That's 21. That's Carson Pruitt, so he's back in. Throwdown is complete, and we are ready to go. Due up for the Broncos, Brody Smith, Cole Mikolas, and R.J. Hunt. Brody Smith is 0 for 1. He has flown out to center and has been hit by a pitch and came around to score. And he just tattoos this one foul and out of play.
Somebody say see ball immediately. But he did. A little bold. Though he did turn on it, but
Yeah, that one had some velo on it
it did.
going off the bat.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh, well, that will hit him on the thigh. Second consecutive hit by pitch for Smith. Who did you say was at short? Connor Williams, thank you. This is hit up to second. Carl has it. Throw to second in time. Throw to first not in time. If they get the lead runner out, that will go 4-6.
Number 7, RJ.
As Mikolas hit into the fielder's choice. That'll bring up R.J. Hunt. He is 0 for 1. He has hit into a fielder's choice. Actually, he's 0 for 0. He's hit into a fielder's choice and a sac fly to left. That pitch low for a ball. Jacob Sines was getting loose earlier. We got more activity in their bullpen.
Somebody gets
That's fouled for a strike. Well, there's just something about hearing the pop of a baseball in a mitt. Orlikowski takes a long look in. He checks Mikolas at first. The 1-1 pitch just misses outside for a ball. Pretty good looking
I
pitch.
thought so.
That is hit foul for strike 2, and that will even things up.
That's why you can never run power.
The wind's starting to pick up, blowing more from the south. Pitch misses low for a ball, and that will work the count full. 1 on with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Broncos leading this one 5-0. Throw over to first. It's not in time. That's Orlikowski loses his hat with the wind blowing in. Definitely hear it pop in the microphone. The crowd might. Pitch outside for ball 4. And Hunt draws the walk. 2 on with 1 out. As Bryce Davis makes his way back to the plate.
He's definitely not afraid to swing at the first pitch.
No, definitely not.
He has been very active. Has not stayed a lot of time in the box.
And he jumps on another first pitch. Connor Thompson calls Stover off. He'll make the catch. Two away.
I honestly think he's. How many times is he going to cross? 4? 3?
That was his 4th at bat.
I think he.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was only his 8th pitch to see in
Yeah.
four at bats.
That's crazy.
That is a 2-pitch per at bat average. Mikolas takes off to third, and he will pick up a stolen base as Orlikowski, I guess, wasn't paying attention. But Coach Crimpine may have just said, you know what, don't worry about a throw. Runners on the corners for Bartz. 1-0, and
That's
another steal will be
is that a
picked
ball or
up
strike?
by 1-1. Defensive indifference on the stolen base at second by R.J. Hunt. That is chopped on and hit over to second. Caro has it. Throw to first is an error, and that will score 2 runs. That will be an E4.
Brutal.
Shortstop, number 5, J.D. Rodriguez.
A routine ground ball and just a bad throw to first.
Unfortunate.
Broncos now leading this 7-0.
I don't say that
This has popped up and back out of play.
a couple hit by pitches, from the pitch staff, but otherwise, giving their defense a opportunity to make the plays.
That pitch gets the outside corner for a strike to Xavier Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a fielder's choice. That is hit back up the middle and off the knee of Orlikowski, and that will go 1-3 on the putout of
I think that's the
Xavier Rodriguez.
most painful way to get an out right there.
Right. It really was. That was right off his knee and a hard line shot. And it just came off his knee almost as hard as it came off the bat.
Yeah. Hopefully he's okay. Yeah. No lasting. Probably gonna have a nice little lump there for a day or two. Be a little tender.
The Broncos get 2 runs on no hits. And they leave 1. On to the bottom we go. Broncos leading this one 7-0 over your Rouse Raiders. We do have a new pitcher, number 24, as Eli Vaughn goes 1 inning. Kellen Scarborough. Kellen Scarborough comes on in relief of Eli Vaughn. Let's see if the Raiders can have any better luck. So far, the Broncos have been perfect through 4. Due up for the Raiders. Let's see if there's any changes. We do have one. Grant Jackson. He belongs there. All right, so Mason Gonzalez, Connor Thompson, and that will be Grant Jackson, 32. He'll be hitting for Andrew Sanchez. It is prom this afternoon, or this evening for the Raiders. So they're like, we need to skedaddle.
Or if you're another sports fan, baseball, Longhorns playing A&M.
Yep.
Probably the most electric series of the
1-0,
year.
the count to Gonzalez. Gonzalez will call time, and Scarborough will step off. We do have, is that Abishak? That is hit foul down the right field line for strike one, and that will even things up. The 1-1 pitch. That gets the outside corner for strike two.
Tell you from a player's perspective, these kind of games are agonizingly slow.
Yep. Even though the Raiders are going 3 up, 3 down.
Sitting out on defense is kind of one of the most mental defeating.
That is fouled off and goes foul. I think it was hit into fair territory, but then went foul.
Okay, odds on who breaks it. Is it their own folly, or is it a batter? Do they walk, or is it an error? What are we thinking here?
For what?
To break the perfect.
Oh, to break the perfect.
To break the perfect. I'm gonna put some bad juju on this.
Gonzalez-
Perfect game against us.
Gonzalez
Senior night, you get a perfect game thrown against you. Combined perfect.
That goes foul.
Like, at least
Right.
take pride in breaking that up.
What is Tim Stradamus thinking? What do you
Wow.
want to go here? What do you want to lay odds? Anyone? Bueller. Don calls a single to left field. He says Gonzalez is going to go oppo. That pitch high and outside for ball 2, and that will even it
Where
up.
are we at in the lineup?
We're at 4th.
I think Mr. Stover.
Nope, Stover's.
Has he already been through? Where's he at?
Stover is down here, so it's not up. So Connor Thompson just goes foul.
Maybe they'll finally be able to turn on one of these lefties. Stover's 1, 2. I guess technically the bad news would have already happened.
Don's saying he's going to go oppo. Well, this is popped up shallow right field. Bryce Davis underneath it. He'll make the catch.
All right, we would have lost money there.
Center fielder,
Okay. Connor Thompson has potential. We'll see what he can do. I want to say let's take a gamble. I'm thinking he's going to hit a line drive to left center.
Oh, not when you watch that pass by. Yeah. On.
The 0-1 breaking ball in for strike 2. Pitch down and away for a ball.
That was pretty good.
Nah, that was too far down and away. But from my vision, it was.
I'm still thinking, not this inning. Stover's next inning.
Pitch low for a ball, and that will even things up. Grant Jackson on deck.
Or you know what? Bork would be a good one.
Bork's not in.
Is he DHing?
He's been relieved.
Oh, who's
Or
DHing now?
pinched forward. That's Grant Jackson.
Jackson.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Who will break up the perfect game? So far, it's a combined perfect game for the Broncos. From Landon Willie, Eli Vaughn, and Kellen Scarborough. Noah Stover on deck. That is hit foul for strike 1.
We were talking about flow earlier. This pitcher's got something.
Yeah, he's definitely got some
Second
lock.
base and the pitcher right here. They look like brothers on this way.
But they're not.
Nope.
One's Davis, one's Scarborough. Pitch on the outside corner for strike 2, and Jackson quickly in an 0-2 count. Nobody on with 2 outs. And this is popped up. Davis calls it shallow right field, and that will do it.
All right, so I still
The
see it.
Broncos are perfect.
I can still be right.
Perfect through 5. 15 up, 15 down. Let me see the Abhishek Abatula.
Who's at short now? 26? Kyle Williams. Oh, he was there last inning, wasn't he? Yeah.
Number 31, Abhishek Abatula, comes on in relief of Corbin Orlikowski.
What's the run rule?
10 after 5.
Okay, so they had a hole here. Had to have a scoreless inning. Well, obviously, I mean, you got 3 runs to spare, but
The first opportunity to see Abhishek during our broadcast season. There we go. We didn't do that last.
we did not do that last time.
Now, I don't know outside of the broadcast. When we started broadcasting in the LISD tournament, he may have played prior to all those games. All right, we have who's due up for
The Broncos, number 14, Samuel Matus.
who's in for Cooper Mees, 14. Samuel Matus, Matus, OUS.
Now, this is a first I've seen.
That
Mike.
pitch, a ball.
He's hitting with a highlighter.
He is. That pitch in for a strike, and that will even it up at 1. Abatula from the windup. The 1-1. That's a breaking ball. He loses the handle on. Will stay up high for ball 2.
11, 1, 12.
That's the catcher's
12.
Is who? Cy Green. And what number was he? 12. Okay. All right. Full count going to Matus. Abhishek winds and deals the payoff pitch. This is popped up and is going to fall harmlessly foul as Jake Spates and Joe Burry both made some valiant efforts to get to it. We do have some activity going in the Bronco bullpen. Another lefty getting loose. And Matula winds, he deals. That's low for ball 4, and Matus will draw the walk.
Ground out in number 12, Ty Green.
This is cut on and hit over to short. Could be 2. There's 1 and 2, a double play.
That's some good
by Cy Green. That will go 6-4, 4-3.
Sometimes you just need the ball to start rolling. Who knows what this could lead to right here?
What's this guy's name? And 13. Oh, he was our courtesy runner. Brent Thompson.
Some would say he's pinch hitting, maybe. Just kidding. Just kidding.
No, that's true. He might be, but I would guess that he is.
Do they have to call it out?
Suggesting that pitch way outside for ball 2.
On the field? Do they have to call that on the field?
What's that?
Like when you like the signaling for a pinch hitter?
Well, usually they come up and
Announce themselves to the umpire.
they announce themselves to the umpire, and then the umpire will turn around and point at us as, let them know they're entered the game. This has popped up. Mason Gonzalez not able to get to it in time.
And said, lied right there and said, out. It was not.
I thought they said no, because he was running into the fence and it hit off that masonry wall. Two and 1, the count to Thompson.
Ooh, just caught it with the end of his bat.
Fouled off, and that will even it up at 2. Deuce is wild for Thompson.
That was a great pitch.
He wasn't really looking that way. I think he was thinking, man, I'm ready for this to be over. Let's call this one in and head home, folks.
Oh,
this is hit out to center. That'll be a base hit for Thompson.
Great at bat by him. The bummer. I feel like that last pitch should have sat him down.
So 25.
Holland, Jordy, J-O-R-Y.
J-O-R-Y.
25, Jordy Holland. J-O-R-Y, Holland.
Number 25, Jory Holland, getting his first opportunity. And he will hit this one up to short. Throw to first in time, and that will do it. And the Raiders get out of the inning.
All right.
That will go 6-3.
Here we go. All right, put your quarters down.
Put your quarters down.
Put your quarters down. I still stick with Stover, but I feel like Spates is,
You think Spates got a little juju going on?
Spates made that really good play across the mound earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to take that momentum.
Well, let's see. Is Stover? Yep, Stover's coming back
Stover's
out.
coming back out. So Stover Spates, I feel like that's the good spot to sit at right there.
Well, you may not get that opportunity because it looks like Spates is going to be pinch hit for.
So let's go.
Alston Preston.
Yes. Remember? 0. 0.
Oh, a new pitcher.
Top right.
Tate Lisenby.
Dude looks like a mountain of a man. Somebody check his birth certificate. What do you think he is? 6'3"?
Yeah, I would say.
That's not a string bean. That's the Green Giant.
Yeah, a Green Giant lefty.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho.
Man, they look like a
Green
his
Giant.
name's Hoss.
Walks up. Howdy, boys.
Uh-huh.
Howdy, boys. Y'all got a good game going there? Who the heck was that?
Gentlemen.
Oh, you just upset because they didn't know who you were?
Let's go. Cowboys take Jade on Blue.
All right.
That's a
Way to
great
go,
pickup.
Cowboys.
That's a great pickup right there. As long as you hold it on the ball. That's awesome. He's got
And
great
Ewers-
experience
Ewers
in.
still hasn't.
That's okay. That's okay. It's not a quarterback heavy draft. He's going to go somewhere, sit behind. Rams are going to pick him up. I'm calling that. Huh?
Folks, y'all didn't know you have a draft analyst in Tim Francis in the house. Noah Stover will stand in for his second at bat. Oh, he's 0 for 1. He has flown out to left. Let's see. It was swing and miss for a strike.
Somebody tell him I got a quarter on him.
The 0-1. This is inside for a ball. Kind of unique little arm slot coming off that lefty. That is fouled back for strike 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And Tim, you lost your quarter.
Don't come with me to Vegas.
All right. I'm putting my money on Ashton Preston. Batting lefty. Lefty-lefty matchup.
Okay, lefty. That's good. Good juju. I always did kind of not like throwing to lefties. Get out. I was supposed to be special, not you.
That pitch misses low for ball 1. Carson Pruitt on deck. The 1-0. That gets the low corner outside for a strike. 1-1. That pitch down the middle for a strike.
Had some good pop to it. I wish we had a radar.
I don't know. My horse may not be good either. Is it too late to take my money off the table?
You can cash out.
The 1-2. Oh, there we go. We get contact. Who will be the first Raider to break up the no-no? Or actually not. The no-no and the perfect game.
Perfect. Ooh. He's got us on the edge of our seats. He's
Come
playing
on,
with
Ashton.
It. He's
Come
playing
on.
with it.
Come on, I need some juju here. What do I got that I can rub around here? Got the baseball.
Got the
There we
baseball.
go.
There you go. There you go.
It's a terrible baseball. But here we go.
All the good ones
Working
down there.
juju. Working juju. You got this. It's coming off the bat. Over the shortstop's head. Ooh. Oh, that's it. Oh, let's go. Bam, boys. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you dimed on him too, though.
Oh, but that's all right. I couldn't take my money off the table. All right.
Let's go.
That will be an E4
Oh,
as the Raiders have a base runner on in Ashton Preston. One on with one out here in the Bottom of the 6th as Carson Pruitt will take for strike 1. Oh, my goodness. That was funny. Oh, my goodness. Let's eat. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Need to go across the border with you real fast. We're going to go to Choctaw.
It wasn't a pretty win, but I got it. I called it. He catches him looking for strike 3.
Oh, isn't that awesome?
And Joe Burry.
Talk about it. Every single running back in the photo. No. From back when Keelan Robinson, Roshan Johnson, Jonathan Brooks, Blue, Bijan, every single one drafted. That's awesome.
Joe Burry 0 for 2. He has flown out to left and grounded to third. Swing and a miss.
That was great.
On a
great pitch.
Looked like he tried to change his swing. It had pulled him too far around. Because it definitely was not a hard swing through.
I think he knew it got fooled.
The 0-1. Check swing and lays off for ball 1. That will even things up. That was good recovery by Davis, though. That pitch inside for ball 2.
Yeah, you almost. You about the second baseman?
Yeah.
Yeah, almost made the play. Almost made the play. Knew what we were doing out there.
Yeah, bring your mic up.
Wow. That's right there.
Now I hear you better.
Can't talk over you, you know?
Well, you can. The 2-1. Oh, that pitch in on the handle and fouled off for strike 2, and we're even at 2. Lisenby comes set. That pitch inside for ball 3, and
hard to lay off of right there.
Burry works into a full count. Christian Caro on deck. The payoff pitch. This is hit down the left field. And that will break up the no-hitter. So we broke up the perfect and broke up the no-hitter.
What an inning. What an inning.
Christian Caro comes in. He is 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded to second.
Now, looking at it, I would count, you would count that a hit, right? I would count that a hit.
That was a hit.
It should be. It should be a hit, but, you know.
He didn't get a glove on it.
Differing in minds.
He didn't make a play, but couldn't get a glove on it. If he got a glove, you'd have to count it an error.
Took a Rouse hop.
That pitch outside for ball 1. The little things we get excited about, right? Connor Williams on deck.
Glass half full in this box.
Wow, that was a generous pitch. Low for a strike. The 1-1, that pitch down and away for ball 2. Raiders hoping to avoid the shutout. 2 on with 2 out. Runners at second and third. Ooh. That pitch down the middle for a strike, and that will even it up at 2. That is cut on and hit over to first. Mees has it. He'll step on the bag, and that will end it for the Raider 6. They get no runs on 1 hit. They leave 2. After 6 complete, it's 7-0. Broncos. On to the 7th we go. We have a lefty coming in, Tim. Chase Atwood. It's his number 18.
Now the pitch for your Raiders, number 18, Chase Atwood.
We've seen him once before. Oh, goodness. Andrew Ramos leading off the 7th for he is batting in place of Cole Mikolas. I'm sorry, what was his name again, Don? Who's the next guy up? Can you see? Numbers. Okay, so he's batting for himself. All right. Chase Atwood getting his warm-ups on. Let's see if we see any other defensive changes. Burry in second. In left. Thompson in center. And Stover still in right. No. Stover's 5. It's Stover. Oh. I make my fair share of mistakes. I'll be the first to admit that. But
15, Andrew Ramos.
Atwood going directly through the stretch. That pitch misses low for ball 1 to Ramos. Breaking ball misses low for ball 2. That one fouled off down the left field line. 2-1 the count to Ramos.
Look at this. So that's Quinn Ewers at the sitting like waiting to get drafted or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked, is he trying to get drafted by Cabela's because his dad has all that trophy kills mounted?
This is hit into right field. That'll be a base hit for Ramos.
I'm gonna tell you.
He did have a hit.
I'm gonna tell you an old man thing.
What's that?
I think I pulled something in my back celebrating the breakup.
Okay.
You get some Tiger Balm on it.
Atwood comes set. This is popped up and out of play. As R.J. Hunt stands in. It's like we have Bryce Davis on deck. There's a strike across the plate, and Hunt quickly in an 0-2 count. Atwood, an off-speed pitcher. This is hit to left. Joe Burry in on it. He makes the catch, and that will retire Hunt. Well, let's see if he jumps on another first pitch here, Tim.
Let's see what he does.
He's only seen 8 pitches so far through 4 at-bats. This is his 5th.
He likes swinging first pitch. Not one at the ball, though.
Yeah, not when it's 3 feet outside the plate. That is in on the hands. This could be one to throw to first. In time for 2. He rolls into an inning-ending double play.
Well, look at that. Again, stays with his 2-pitch. His 2-pitch average right there.
That was that 6? That was 4-6, 6-3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tate Lisenby back out on the mound to pitch the 7th. 2 up for the Raiders in the 7th. Connor Williams, Mason Gonzalez, and Connor Thompson. And we may see some pinch hitters here. No, that's not Colton Mott. No, it's going to be a senior. Hold on, let me see if I can go to Game Changer. Let's see. I can look up.
Now that Ryan Cook, 6 inning, number 26, Connor Williams.
First pitch from Lisenby fouled off for a strike into the catcher's mitt. That's fouled off for strike 2. Just a little bit in the dirt for ball 1. Let's see. 4, I don't have a name for. That pitch catches him looking for strike 3 call. Adolfo's number, usually number 27, but they may not have a 27 in these uniforms. Swing and a miss. And we said Brody Sharp is quickly in an 0-2 count. Lisenby winds and deals outside for ball one. Adolfo Erives on deck. This is hit back up the middle of short. Rodriguez has it. A slow roller to first. Gets him out. That'll go 6-3 on the put out. And Raiders down to their final out. As Adolfo Erives comes to the plate, another lefty. Pitch misses low for ball one to Erives. This is his first opportunity at the plate. Pitch outside for ball two. The 2-0 pitch. Wow, that was really high. That was a generous call. Not going to complain. He's been fairly consistent all day.
Yeah.
That is cut on and hit to second. Davis has it. Throw to first in time, and the Raiders go in order. That'll go 4-3. To end the Raider seventh. And what a game this was, Tim. A real nail biter.
Real nail. That sixth inning was pins and needles.
Oh, pins and needles. Broncos held the Raiders perfect 6 out of the 7 innings. And that was just taking it on the chin on senior game, and a little bit of excitement as we broke up a perfect game and a no-hitter.
Take a positive.
So
Now
we'll take a positive on that. So anyways, we're not really going to bother running down the numbers today. I will let y'all, let's see, let me see if I can see if there's any results posted for, hey, Christine, have you checked Game Changer to see when Hayes and, oh, really? All right, we will see if we get that information. We'll know who is, I can look here to see if anything's been posted out of 25-5A. Looking down. Here we look at Glenn. Nope, nothing posted on Texas High School baseball website, but we'll give Christine a little bit of time to come back and we can see where we're at. Grizzlies leading it in the bottom of the 7th at Hayes, 4-2 with 2 outs. This is a fly out to left to end the 7th, and the Glen Grizzlies have won this game. That should be says live top of the 8th, but I think that usually says that in Game Changer. But it'll go final here in just a little bit. But it looks like Glen Grizzlies have secured the number 2 seed out of District 25-5A, and for the first time, Zach Darling has his team in the playoffs, that I believe, as the Glen Grizzlies have secured a spot in the postseason. So congratulations to Zach Darling. You know, you couldn't ask for. Yeah, late score cost Hayes Varsity Hawks after a late charge from Glenn as it goes final. And congratulations to Zach Darling. I mean, you couldn't. He is such a nice guy. Every time that we've been over there, he has just been really good to us, and I'm very happy for Glenn to make the postseason. And they worked at it.
They did.
You know, Rouse came in and sweeped them, but they took a win from Liberty Hill, who was leading the district most of the way until this last week. Cedar Park takes one from Liberty Hill too, and so Rouse and Liberty Hill finish at 12-2 in district play, as Liberty Hill swept Rouse, but they couldn't sweep Glen or Cedar Park, and Rouse swept Glen and Cedar Park.
Right.
Well, Rouse swept everybody but Liberty Hill, so
That's kryptonite right there, man.
yeah.
Was when we were there. I don't know what it
I don't
was.
know what it is about Liberty Hill. They just always has
And
Rouse's number. And ever since this school has opened, they have struggled against Liberty Hill in every sport. Don't know what it is, folks,
don't
but
either.
from a guy who's been here, from both guys who've been here from the time that this school has opened,
Right.
Liberty Hill has just had our number.
When we played.
Liberty Hill and Cedar Park usually
More than our number. Well, now we have Cedar Park's number, kind of.
in the playoffs for
Yeah,
sure,
in the playoffs.
in baseball.
So,
Not in football, but anyway, the unhappy final here on the senior game. Rouse drops a shutout loss to the Lake Belton Broncos, 7-0. Be sure to follow us on social media. You can follow SHN Sports on Facebook and X, and those links will be posted for our next contest. Also, you can follow A to Z Sports. They will also have information regarding the postseason for the Raiders. And we will let you know as soon as we know what that will look like next week. So for Tim Francis, I'm Michael Francis. We thank you all for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball. Good afternoon and have a great